Hi everyone, my name is Mrs. Ledford. I'm your techbarian. What's a techbarian? It's a combination of technology and a librarian. So I do a little bit of both. I'm going to teach you a little bit about technology this year, and we're going to be reading some books. Today we're reading a book called The Incredible Book-Eating Boy, and I will join you at the end of the story so that we can kind of talk about this.
Henry loved books, but not like you and I love books. No, not quite. Henry loved to eat books. It all began quite by mistake one afternoon when he wasn't paying attention. He wasn't sure at first, and he tried eating a single word just to test. Next, he tried a whole sentence and then the whole page. Yes, Henry definitely liked them. By Wednesday, he had eaten a whole book. And by the end of the month, he could eat a whole book in one go. Henry loved eating all sorts of books. Storybooks, dictionaries, atlases, joke books, books of facts, even math books. But red ones were his favorite. And he was going through them at a fierce rate. But here is the best bit. The more he ate, the smarter he got. It says A, book goes in, B, information goes to the brain getting bigger, belly gets full. I guess we can see that this is a fiction book at this point, right? First of all, we know we can't eat books, clearly, and we know that if we eat them, it does not make us smart. He ate a book about a goldfish, and then he knew what to feed Ginger. Before long, he could do his father's crosswords in the newspaper. Monumental, he says. And he was even smarter than his teacher in school. Henry loved being smart. He thought that if he kept going, he might even become the smartest person on earth. So he kept eating books, and he kept getting smarter and smarter and smarter. He went from eating books whole to eating them 3 or 4 at a time. Books about anything. Henry wasn't fussy, and he wanted to know it all. But then things started going not quite so well. I'm going to eat you! In fact, they started going very, very wrong. Henry was eating too many books, and too quickly at that. Light, chew, 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 gulp, greener, greenest. He was beginning to feel a little ill. By the way, boke is an Irish word for ejecting the contents of your stomach. But here is the worst bit. He says 6 plus 2 equals 3. Wait a minute, that's not right. Everything he was learning was getting mixed up. 2 plus 6 equals elephant. He didn't have time to digest it properly. It became quite embarrassing for him to speak. Suddenly, Henry didn't feel very smart at all. I know, miss, me. More than one person told him he should stop eating books. No more books. Your head and belly can't cope. Besides, it means no one else can enjoy them. You owe a total of, that's his fines from the library. So Henry gave up eating books and sat sadly for a long time. What was he to do? Then, after a while, and almost by accident, Henry picked up a half-eaten book from the floor. But instead of putting it in his mouth, Henry opened it up and began to read. And it was so good. Henry discovered that he loved to read, and he thought that if he read enough, he might still become the smartest person on earth. It would just take a bit longer. Now Henry reads all the time. And every now and then, you can see the little bite out of the corner.
Well, what did you think? I absolutely love this book, and I think that this is my favorite page. where he learned to love books. He opened his book and it was so good. So I hope that you will join me on an adventure this year between reading books and engaging in some really creative ways to use technology. Thanks for joining me. See you next week.